Welcome to the online video series presented by Structure Studios. This video will explain the Hardscape feature. In this video, we'll turn most of our snaps and constraints on. To make drawing easier, turn on the grid, line, and point snaps. We'll be drawing straight lines, so we'll set the angle snap to world angle. The first shape we'll create is a hardscape by our client's house. Our design already has a house and several wood decks, also created in this stage. Make sure to watch the wood deck video for more information about the wood deck feature. The first shape we'll create is a hardscape by the house. Starting at the top left corner of the house, we'll use the line tool to draw up 18 feet. Then right 35 feet to meet our wood deck. We'll then switch to the outline tool by pressing D on the keyboard. We'll trace down 8 feet along the first wood deck and left click. Then trace around to the left and down on the second and left click. Finally, we'll trace our house to complete the hardscape. This hardscape is raised, so we'll set the height to 2 feet 6 inches. We'll leave the option for the hardscape to follow terrain off, and we'll turn on the coping. In 3D, we see our hardscape right away. In this stage, we're focusing on the shape of the hardscape. Later, in the materials stage, we'll change the appearance of the hardscape with choices such as concrete, pavers, and flagstone. In 3D, our hardscape will cut through the terrain and remain flat, ignoring any terrain settings. We can return to the terrain stage to correct this at any time. Make sure to watch the terrain training video for more information about creating yard slopes. Back in 2D, we'll select our hardscape and we'll see an option for lip style. Because we have the shape selected in 2D, we can adjust our lip style here or in 3D. As we do, we'll see the lip change around the edge of the hardscape. We can also adjust the height of the lip in 2D and 3D as well. In our lip style list, we'll see the option for custom, which allows us to draw our own lip style. First, we'll select the custom option, and then click on the Custom Profile button to open the library. Here we see other lip styles we can apply or draw our own. Simply draw the lip style you'd like with the flat edge on the left and save to the library in the lip style category. Now we can apply this custom lip style to our shapes. When we go to 3D, we can see the new custom lip profile applied to the shape. The next shape we'll create is a hardscape around our pool. With the outline tool selected, we'll left-click on the line of the pool. It's important to remember that when using the outline tool, you must click on the line of the shape you're going to outline. If you click inside the pool, you will not select it. We can click anywhere on the line of the shape to begin. For our hardscape, we only want to outline the top half of the pool. To do this, we want to offset our outline 5 feet from the center of the pool's right arc. We're going to offset our outline 5-foot arc and left click. We'll now trace the outline up, over to the left, and then down until we're at the halfway point of the pool's left arc and left click. We now have the top of our hardscape. Now we'll switch to the line tool and draw down 22 feet to reach the first hardscape we drew. We'll draw to the right 48 feet and left click. We'll see the autocomplete target line appear. We can draw up to complete the shape or click back on the last point to use autocomplete. We'll set the height to 0 feet 0 inches so it's flush with the ground and the pool. We'll also turn on coping and check the box of coping line so we can see the coping in 2D as well. In 3D, we can see our hardscape. Pools and spas will also automatically cut out of the hardscapes, so there's no need to draw them differently. We'll note that we do not see a lip along the shape, as it's flush with the ground, so no lip is generated. We also do not see coping where a taller hardscape is present. We can use the All Sides coping option to add it, but we'll leave it off for this shape. Next, we want to add expansion joints to our pool deck. With our hardscape selected, we'll click Concrete Score Mode. When we do, our shape has a green border around it, indicating we're modifying this specific shape. We'll use our drawing tools to create expansion joints around our pool. Using the line tool, we'll left-click to start the expansion joint and drag your mouse until the line is the correct length. We'll do this to add expansion joints on all sides of our pool. In 3D, we can see our expansion joints in place. They aren't quite as wide as we want, so we'll return to 2D. We'll double-click a score line to activate score mode again. Now we'll select our lines and adjust the line width with the width slider to the right size. Back in 3D, our expansion joints are perfect. We can also create score patterns with the Auto Concrete Score tool. Let's go back to 2D and select our upper hardscape. Next, enter Concrete Score mode and then click the toggle for Auto Concrete Scores. We'll immediately see rows and columns of score lines added to our shape. We can adjust the number of rows and columns, angle and width of these automatic lines. To make further adjustments to the auto score lines, we can select each line at the end point and move, resize, or even delete them. If we don't like our modifications, we simply press the Reset button to revert to the original auto grid. Next, we want to add a fire pit near the pool. We'll go back to 2D, select the Arc tool, then set a radius of 1 foot 6 inches and draw a complete circle. We'll set the height to 1 foot 6 inches. To create the enclosure, we'll draw another hardscape. We'll use Outline and offset 6 inches and create another complete circle. We'll set the height to 1 foot 5 inches. In 3D, we'll see our fire pit. Later, we'll add a fire effect and lava rocks to finish the look. Now we'll activate Coping Draw mode to create a decorative coping ring around our fire pit. With our pool deck selected, click Coping Draw mode. Now we'll use the Outline tool to draw the ring. Click on the fire pit and move your mouse to offset the shape by 2 feet. We'll again create a full circle. Once complete, we'll set the width of our coping ring to 9 inches. In 3D, we see our fire pit and coping ring. The Custom Coping Draw tool is also great for creating custom paver kits, banding, and unique coping on the beach entry of pools. Now we'll go back to 2D and create a raised area around the spa behind the pool. First, we'll draw a small step. With the Line tool, starting in the top right of the pool, we'll draw up 5 feet. We'll then draw left 2 feet, down 5 feet, and finally right 2 feet to complete our shape. We'll set a height of 6 inches. We'll draw a second step, also 2 feet by 5 feet, to the left of the first. Once this shape is complete, we'll set the height to 1 foot. Now we'll draw a larger area, this time using the Outline tool as well. With the Outline tool active, we'll click on the pool. We'll offset the outline 5 feet up so that we're on the line of the main hardscape and at the edge of the step we created, and left-click. We'll trace the line of the main hardscape 22 feet to the left and left-click. We'll now draw down 5 feet and left-click. Next, we'll draw 22 feet to the right along the line of the pool. And finally, we'll draw up 5 feet back to our starting point to complete our shape. We'll set the height to 1 foot 6 inches. We'll go to 3D to review our shapes. Because each hardscape was given a unique height, we'll see them rise up from our main hardscape. We want to add another step on the left side of the raised area, but instead of drawing it, we can use the Staircase tool to quickly add it in. The Staircase tool can quickly add stairs to our project. Under the Hardscape Stage tab, we'll find the Create Staircase button. We'll click it once to insert a staircase. As we move our mouse onto the 2D view, we can see the staircase following our mouse cursor. As we drag the staircase over various shapes, we can see it flip and change direction. Staircases work similar to the windows. They attach to another shape that's already drawn. We'll move the staircase to the left side of our raised area and left-click to place it. The staircase is now attached to the raised hardscape shape. The top points, or the points on the shape where the staircase was attached, can be moved to change the overall shape of the staircase. Using the Move tool on the bottom points lets you change where the staircase ends and can give the staircase a unique shape. We can also pull the point in the middle of the stair to give it a unique depth. We'll adjust the top points to match the 5-foot side of the hardscape. There are several settings for the staircases. First, we can choose what style of staircase to work with. We'll keep our normal staircase for now. The depth option controls how deep or how wide each step is. We'll set this to 2 feet to match our other steps. The height option determines how high each step in the staircase rises. We'll set this to 6 inches to match our original steps. The thickness controls the height of the lip or top layer of the steps. The step count determines how many steps appear. You can use the Auto button next to height or step count after adjusting them. For example, if we know we want 3 steps, we can set the number and then click Auto next to height, and they'll fill in to each be the correct height. You can do the same in reverse, setting the height to a specific size, then click Auto next to step count to create more or less steps. The final staircase feature is the ability to convert. Once the staircase is set, click on Hardscapes to convert to a standard hardscape. We also have an option to convert to custom shapes if needed. With the staircase converted, you can make minor adjustments, as the shapes are now drawn as if created with line and arc, and it will now be included in Smart Data calculations as well. If not converted, Smart Data will not include the staircase. Hardscapes is also where we can create raised planter boxes. We'll use the Line tool to create a 10 by 2 rectangle between our 2 hardscapes. Once complete, we'll set the height to 2 foot 6 inches to match our first shape. In 3D, we now have a raised area. In the planters stage, we can draw a shape inside the hardscape to create our planter bed. We can use hardscapes to create shapes such as driveways using the Follow Terrain button. In the front yard of our project, we can quickly draw a driveway using our Line tool. We'll set the height to 0 feet 0 inches so that it's flush with the terrain, and check the box to Follow Terrain. When we go to 3D, we'll see our driveway follow the terrain with our coping border. As with the hardscape around the pool, we see there's no coping where the taller hardscape is present. Back in 2D, we'll select the driveway and check the coping box for all sides. Back in 3D, when this option is on, coping appears on all sides of the hardscape, even if terrain or another hardscape is at a greater height. Thanks for watching. For more information, please visit www.structurestudios.com.